See this problem. X, Y and Z were partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3:2:1. Their balance sheet is given on 1st April 2015, and they told us that Z retired on the above date and the new profit sharing ratio between X and Y will be rupees 5:4. Land and building to be reduced by 10%. Out of insurance premium paid during the year, 25,000 to be carried forward. Means it is adjustment of prepaid insurance. There is no need of any provision for doubtful debts, so we have to cancel the provision for doubtful debts. Goodwill of the firm to be valued at rupees 54,000. We have to calculate goodwill of the retiring partner and pass adjustment entry. Fifth adjustment. X and Y decided that their capitals will be adjusted in their new PSR. If necessary, by bringing in or paying cash to the partners. Z's account will be transferred to his loan account. In first point, they have asked us to pass the necessary journal entries and prepare capital accounts and new balance sheet, that is balance sheet of the reconstituted firm. And in second point, they told us that Z is paid rupees 9,300 on the date of retirement, and the remaining amount is paid in 3 equal installments together with interest at 10% per annum on the outstanding balance. So we have to prepare Z's loan account for 3 years. Okay, so let us start now. This is the full problem if you want to see it. And now we are starting to solve the problem. In this problem, we have to calculate gaining ratio. See, X, Y and Z old ratio is given 3:2:1. That is 3/6, 2/6 and 1/6. Their new ratio is given in the problem, that is 5:4, means 5/9 and 4/9. Gaining ratio is equal to new ratio minus old ratio. So for partner X, we will calculate gain of partner X. New ratio 5/9 minus old ratio 3/6. So is equal to 6 5s are 30 minus 9 3s are 27 upon 9 6s are 54 is equal to 3/54 and is equal to 1/18 after dividing by 3. By now gain of Y, new ratio minus old ratio is equal to 4/9 minus 2/6 is equal to 6 4s are 24 minus 9 2s are 18 divide upon 9 6s are 54 is equal to 6/54, and after dividing by 3 it will be 2/18. So gaining ratio will be 1/18 is to 2/18, that is 1:2. We have to make adjustment entry in this ratio. So adjustment entry of goodwill. In the fourth adjustment, they told us that goodwill of the firm is valued at rupees 54,000. So Z's share of goodwill will be 54,000 into Z's share, that is 1/6. So the goodwill share of Z will be 9,000. So we have to pass entry continuing partners capital account debit to retiring partners capital account. So X's capital account debit 3,000, Y's capital account debit 6,000 to Z's capital account 9,000. The goodwill of rupees 9,000 is distributed in their gaining ratio. Okay. I have prepared revaluation account, partners capital account and balance sheet of reconstituted firm and transferred the items from old balance sheet. Let us discuss them. See the liabilities side. Capitals were transferred in credit side of partners capital account. Sundry creditors, liability side. Provision for doubtful debts, I have not written here because we have to cancel the provision. Now asset side, we have to cancel the provision because it is in third adjustment they told us to do that. Then debtors outer column 16,000, stock and machinery in outer column, and land and building is amount is written in inner column because there is an adjustment. Okay, now let us start solving the adjustments. First adjustment, land and building to be reduced by 10%. So less reduction 10% means 12,000. So the outer column amount will be 1,08,000. And reduction in the asset is loss. So to land and building it will be 12,000 here. Then I have prepared bank account here and balance is transferred in bank account debit side. Now the second adjustment, out of the insurance premium paid during the year rupees 5,000 to be carried forward as unexpired. So this is the adjustment of prepaid insurance. So prepaid insurance is our asset. We'll write here prepaid insurance amount is rupees 5,000. So new asset is created which is profit to the firm. So by prepaid insurance rupees 5,000. Then the third adjustment, there is no need of any provision for doubtful debts. So I have cancelled provision for doubtful debts which was written here as rupees 1,300. So no deduction from debtors, and as we are cancelling the provision it will be profitable to the firm. So credit side of revaluation account, by provision for doubtful debts amount is rupees 1,300. Okay, then the next adjustment, goodwill of the firm to be valued at rupees 54,000. We have calculated gaining ratio and distributed goodwill, that is adjusted goodwill between the continuing partners in the ratio that is 1:2. So now we will post this entry. X's capital account debit Y's capital account debit to Z's capital account. So debit side of X and Y's capital account to Z's capital account. This is the entry of goodwill. 3,000 in X's column, 6,000 in Y's column and dash in Z's column. Now second posting, credit side of Z's capital account by X's capital account and by Y's capital account, 3,000 and 6,000. Now they have told us that to adjust the capital in new profit sharing ratio. For that purpose, first we have to tally revaluation account. So we will tally revaluation account first. Credit total is 6,300 and debit total is 12,000. So 12,000 which is the higher amount. Now we will deduct rupees 6,300 from 12,000. So the difference will be 5,700. It will be distributed between the partners and transferred to partners capital account. So by partners capital account, X, Y and Z, we will distribute rupees 5,700 between all the partners in their old profit sharing ratio which was 3:2:1. So distribution will be 2,850, 2,850, 1,900 and 950. Now make the second posting of this entry to revaluation account, 2,850, 1,900 and 950. Okay, now we have to make adjustment of capitals. So here we will solve a working note. Adjustment of capital of X and Y in new profit sharing ratio. Let's tally first retiring partner's capital account. Retiring partner is Z. Z is retiring from the business. So we'll tally his account first. Credit total is 70,250. 70,250. Debit total is rupees 950. So the difference is 69,300. And they told us in the problem that, see the B point in the adjustment, fifth, Z is paid rupees 9,300 on the date of retirement. So we have to pay rupees 9,300 to him and remaining amount to be transferred to his loan account. So we will pay him rupees 9,300 to bank account, 9,300. Second posting will be credit side of bank account by Z's capital account, 9,300. Now the remaining amount, that is rupees 60,000, will be transferred to his loan account. So 60,000 to Z's loan account. Okay. Now before tallying X and Y's capital account, we have to make adjustment of their capitals in their new profit sharing ratio. So we will calculate the remaining part here. See now, credit total of X is 78,750 and debit total is 5,850. So difference is 72,900. So current capital of X is 72,900. And in case of Y, credit total is 70,000, debit total is 7,900. So difference is of 62,100, which is current capital of Y. And now we have to make adjustment of capital. So let us solve here. Existing capital of X is equal to 72,900, that is difference between credit and debit. Existing capital of Y is equal to 62,100. So total capital is equal to 1,35,000. And now this capital should be in the ratio, in the new profit sharing ratio. So this capital should be in new profit sharing ratio, which is 5:4. So therefore X's capital will be 1,35,000 into 5/9, that is 75,000, and Y's capital 1,35,000 into 4/9, that is 60,000. Now see, existing capital of X is 72,900 and his capital should be rupees 75,000. So he has to bring rupees 2,100, that is the difference in the business. On the other hand, in case of partner Y, his existing capital is 62,100 and required capital, that is his adjusted capital, should be rupees 60,000 in the business. So he will take away the amount, that is 2,100, difference between this amount from the business. Okay. So now let us solve this here. First we will tally the accounts. We will write here the balances, required balances. We have calculated here 75,000 and 60,000. So 2 balance carried down 75,000 and 60,000. Now we will tally excess capital account. Debit total is more. Debit total is 80,850. 80,850 higher total. We will deduct 78,750 from this amount. The balance is 2,100. Now the partner Y. Credit total is 70,000 and debit total is 67,900. So credit total is more, 70,000. So the difference will be 2,100. We have to adjust this difference by bringing in or paying cash to the partners. So the heading will be by bank account and to bank account. Let us make the second posting. Credit side of capital account 2,100 means debit side of bank account to excess capital account 2,100. And now second posting of this entry, debit side of Y's capital account to bank account means credit side of bank account by Y's capital account 2,100. Okay. Now in case of partner Z, we have paid him rupees 9,300 cash. We have entered this entry here. X is bringing rupees 2,100 and Y is taking away rupees 2,100. So now we can tally bank account here. Debit total is 12,100. Credit total is 11,400. So balance will be by balance carried down 700. We will write the balance in asset side. Cash at bank 700. Now we will write Z's loan rupees 60,000. Z's loan account rupees 60,000 and capitals of X and Y here. So capitals X and Y 75,000 and 60,000. Now all the entries have been made. We have to tally the balance sheet. The total will be 2,10,000. Total of liability side will be 2,10,000. Now asset side. Total is 2,10,000. Okay. Now we will see the adjustments. See the journal entries. First entry, revaluation account debit to land and building, revaluation of land and building. Then prepaid insurance account debit, provision for doubtful debts account debit to revaluation account. This is the entry of revaluation of assets. Then adjustment entry of goodwill. Then loss on revaluation transferred to partners capital account. This entry is passed here. Then we have paid rupees 9,300 to Z and remaining amount is transferred to Z's loan account. So entry will be Z's capital account debit 69,300 to bank account 9,300 to Z's loan account 60,000. Now Amount brought in by X rupees 2100. So bank account debit to X's capital account 2100. And then Y's capital account debit 2100 to bank account 2100. This amount is withdrawn by Y to adjust capital in their new profit sharing ratio. Okay. Now we'll transfer here on 1st April 15 by Z's capital account. Loan will be transferred to loan account rupees 60,000. Okay. Now see the adjustment. In the adjustment they told us that this amount will be paid in 3 equal installments together with interest at the rate of 10% per annum. So the interest should be paid at 10% per annum, and we will pay him in 3 years in 3 equal installments. 3 equal installments means per each installment will be of rupees 20,000. Now on 1st April the balance of loan account is 60,000. Now on 31st March 2016 we will charge interest. So by interest account 10% of 60,000, that is 6,000. Now on that day we have to pay the first installment. So here 31st March 16, that is end of the first year, to bank account. Installment amount 20,000 plus we will pay interest, that is rupees 6,000. So the total payment will be 26,000. And now let us make the balancing. Total of credit side is 66,000. So the amount remaining, that is balance, will be 40,000 at the end of first year, that is on 31st March 16, to balance carried down. Okay, we will brought down the balance here. Next year first day, 1st April 16, by balance brought down 40,000. Again at the end of the second year, that is on 31st March 17, we have to charge interest. So by interest account 10% of 40,000, which will be rupees 4,000 interest. Now on that day we have to pay the installment. So on 31st March 17, to bank account, second installment is of 20,000 plus we will pay interest rupees 4,000. So we will pay total rupees 24,000 to him. And let's balance the account. 44,000. We'll deduct 24,000 from 44,000. So the balance will be 20,000, that is the last installment remaining amount. So on 31st March 17, to balance carried down 20,000. Now we will brought down the balance on 1st April 17, that is the starting of next year, by balance brought down 20,000. Now on 31st March 18, that is at the end of the year, we will charge interest. By interest 10% of 20,000 is rupees 2,000. On that day, on 31st March 18, we will pay the final amount, that is third installment, to bank account. Third installment of rupees 20,000 plus interest charged rupees 2,000. that is rupees 22,000 we will pay. And as this is the final installment, see, there is no balance remaining. We have paid all his loan with interest. Okay.